Hello, good afternoon, and welcome to Sisters High School. It is day one of the Sisters Shootout, and Henley boys basketball is here taking on Madras. First of three games this weekend for the Hornets, who figure to be competing with a pretty big hole in their lineup. I'll tell you more about that in our pregame show on the other side of this break. Matt Bowling here with you. You're watching Henley basketball on mybasin.com and listening on 1043 and 960 Sports.
Wait, all I do is wait. So lonely, I just sigh and moan. Seems like I've been away forever, wondering if you're coming home. I just saw your face, I know you're coming home. I swear there is no place that feels as good as home. And then I heard your voice, I know you're coming home. I know you're coming home.
This is where unconditional love and immeasurable happiness reside. This is home. Coltwell Banker, where home begins.
Introduce Smith Bates Marcom Solutions, your trusted partner in marketing and communication. We specialize in crafting compelling campaigns, eye-catching graphics, and impactful branding materials.
Smith Bates is like working with dependable friends. They always help us build our professional image.
Through the innovative strategies that the team at Smith Bates suggested, we've been able to give the brand at Calor the boost that it desperately needed.
Unlock your potential with Smith Bates Marcom Solutions.
Innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
Welcome back to Sisters High School. We are just about 6.5 minutes away from tip-off here between Henley and Madras. First of three games for Henley this weekend here at the Sisters Shootout. And they are going to be competing, it looks like, the entire weekend without Marcus McCready. According to head coach Luke Hammond, he had an injury yesterday at practice, so he figures to be out this entire weekend. Marcus McCready, of course, Henley's 6'7", forward, big man. He put up 25 points, 11 rebounds, and 3 blocks in Henley's game against Caldera last week. Very large presence, has been hard for most teams to stop in the paint this season, and Henley is going to have a pretty hard time getting down low without him, as the next tallest player on the roster is 6'4" TJ Chavez, who will be returning to the Hornets lineup. He'll be playing for the first time since he was injured against Marist Catholic on December 8th. So you lose one, gain one if you're Henley, but going to be tough with some really good matchups this weekend for Henley. They'll be playing Junction City tomorrow in a rematch of the third place game at last year's state tournament, and then they'll close out with Sweet Home on Saturday. We are about 5 minutes away from tip-off. We've got a couple more breaks to take. We'll get into Henley and Madras, how they stack up a little bit more on the other side. Matt Bowling here live from Sisters High School. You are watching Henley basketball on mybasin.com and listening on 1043 and 960 Sports.
During COVID, I gained over 24 pounds. I lost motivation in working out. I lost motivation in eating healthy. And for me, if I'm not active, I just don't eat well. But then I started taking a class at Harbor's gym called High Low. The first week I felt like I didn't fit in and I couldn't do it. But the instructor was so kind and thanked me for coming and told me how well I did. I was like, no, I wasn't, but it made me come back the next week and the next week. And soon enough, I was keeping up with the class. I started introducing more classes and then going Saturdays. I learned how to lift weights accurately with repetition. I started lifting on my own. I started golfing too with my husband. And all of a sudden, I was buying salads instead of sandwiches. Small victories happened week by week, and it's 100% because of Harbor, their staff, their gym, the golf. My husband is getting out of the house and working out with me. His golf game is increasing, we're lifting together, and we feel good.
Threads. There are many threads that run through our region. There are churches and schools and Little League teams that bring us together and bind us into communities. There are roads and cars, there are houses and jobs and businesses, all woven together to make the fabric of our communities. There are financial threads that are part of that tapestry as well. For over 80 years, it's been our pleasure to be headquartered here, providing financial services to generations of our friends and neighbors. From that first savings account, the retirement planning, and all of the cars and houses and groceries in between, we keep your money local, investing it back into our communities, adding more threads to the fabric to make our communities stronger. Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union. Find your path.
Welcome back. Taking a look at Madras, the White Buffaloes are 3-2, coming off a 75-47 win at 3A Corbett a week ago. They played at Caldera in their season opener, who Henley faced last week. Henley lost 58-45, and Madras lost 67-44. So one common opponent there for those teams. Madras coming out of the Tri-Valley Conference. They compete in there along with Gladstone, Malala, Estacada, Crook County, and the Dalles. Henley comes in 6-2. It's their best record through their first 8 games since the 2017-18 season. Moving to 7-2 should be a challenge without Marcus McCready. We'll see what Luke Hammond draws up to compensate for his absence. Tip-off on the other side of this break. I'm Matt Bowling. You're listening to Henley Basketball on 104.3 and 960 Sports and watching on mybasin.com.
Comfortable and not corporate. At Clown Falls Subaru, we built our business on that simple promise. Well, that and some of the best people you're ever going to meet. Hi, I'm Rob Cedar, General Manager at Clown Falls Subaru. Our 62 employees make it easy for us to live up to our comfortable, not corporate philosophy. Friendly faces, easy answers, straight talk, fairness, and exceptional service. These are the things you expect. These are the things that all of our people deliver. Our management team, sales pros, certified service and body shop techs, lot attendants, and detail experts are all 100% focused on you. Local people putting their friends and neighbors first. At Clown Falls Subaru, that's the only way we do business. It's comfortable, not corporate. Our team members also spend hundreds of hours each year supporting local charities and events through the Subaru Love Promise. That's the kind of people they are. We're very proud of them. They're your friends, they're your neighbors, they're glad to know you, and they want you to be glad to know them too. I'm Rob, and this is what makes us comfortable, not corporate.
Threads. There are many threads that run through our region. There are churches and schools and Little League teams that bring us together and bind us into communities. There are roads and cars, there are houses and jobs and businesses, all woven together to make the fabric of our communities. There are financial threads that are part of that tapestry as well. For over 80 years, it's been our pleasure to be headquartered here, providing financial services to generations of our friends and neighbors. From that first savings account, the retirement planning, and all of the cars and houses and groceries in between, we keep your money local, investing it back into our communities, adding more threads to the fabric to make our communities stronger. Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union. Find your path.
In the absence of Marcus McCready, Bryson Montag is into the starting lineup for the Hornets, and they win the tip-off. Janney driving left lane, misses the layup. Ball battered around, and Madras comes down with the rebound. It's Skytus Smith on the right wing, kicks it up to Seneca Ball. Turned over at the free throw line. It's Montag coming away with it. He dishes it to Luke Bennett, and one from the left lane. Nice pass there from Bryson Montag to Luke Bennett, and the Hornets are on the board with a chance to add one more. 7:33 to go in the first quarter. Free throw no good for Luke Bennett, so it remains 2-0. Madras in their red away uniforms, bringing it up the court. A right corner three is too long for Skytus Smith. Rebound goes out of bounds. It'll stay with the White Buffaloes. Poland to inbound. Gets it to Skytus Smith, left corner. Thought about a three. Instead gets it to Seneca Ball on the left wing. He takes it into the paint, puts it up and in. We're even at 2-2, 7:08 to go in the first quarter. Aiden Hayes with it on the left wing. They throw it around. Montag up top. In the left corner is Harper. Back up top to Janney. Montag right wing. Right corner Hayes. Bennett puts it up from the right block and misses. Rebounded by Smith, who fires it ahead to Poland. Up top, a three from Skytus Smith. Won't go. Rebounded by Mither. And the White Buffaloes maintain possession. 6.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. We are tied at 2. Coming in for the layup was Poland. That missed. Left wing three, no good for Skytus Smith. Shot blocked, and Henley comes away with it. Poland tried the floater. It was blocked from behind. And now they get it to Chris Janney in the right corner. Bennett trying to dribble it in from the right wing. So they throw it over to Hayes in the left corner. Up top, Janney. Right wing, Bennett. Back up top to Hayes. Hayes double teamed and traveled. Henley turns it over. It remains 2-2, 5:53 to go in the first quarter. Henley again playing without Marcus McCready, their 6'7" big man. Luke Hammond said he most likely will not play at all this weekend after getting injured in practice yesterday. It's Mither on the left wing. Pass stolen by Montag. He's unable to stay up, though, but somehow it's saved from going out of bounds by Owen Harper on the far baseline. They turn it over, and the outlet pass ahead all the way down the court to Skytus Smith, and Madras goes ahead 4-2 with 5:25 to go in the first quarter. Left wing, Montag skips his way through the defense. Lay-in won't go. Offensive rebound and one. Bryson Montag ties the game after Luke Bennett's offensive putback was no good. He'll have the chance to give Henley the lead back here with the and one. Montag did not score against Caldera last week. He had 4 rebounds. And now he heads to the free throw line. 5:15 to go in the first quarter. The and one is no good, so we remain tied at 4. Michael Poland bringing it up the court, across midcourt for Madras. It's Mither on the left wing, guarded by Hayes. Mither from up top drives into the right lane, looking for some help. And a turnover. Ball going back to Henley as Chris Janney's going to inbound it on his own baseline. Inbound to Hayes, who's picked up full court by Mather. Bennett double teamed near the Madras, right in front of the Madras bench, and he traveled. Good trap there by the White Buffaloes as Smith inbounds it to Poland. Back up to Smith. Poland up top. Right wing Smith in the paint. Mather puts it up, won't go. Rebounded through 3 Madras players by Owen Harper. Hayes gets it across half court. Hayes on the right side. Kicks it to Montag. Montag trying to drive in the right lane. Back out to Bennett, who nails a right wing 3. 7-4 Henley, 4:15 to go in the first quarter. Ball. Seneca Ball on the right wing. Gets it into Suppa Scott on the right elbow. In the left corner, a 3 from Poland misses. Rebound, and the putback won't go for Suppa Scott. And Owen Harper comes down with it. Outlet pass ahead to Luke Bennett. Bennett at the free throw line, kicks it to Janney in the right corner. Chris Janney driving, baseline. Kicks it to Harper, who gets it in off the glass. 9-4, Henley leads. 3:37 to go in the first quarter. Poland has it taken away from him. Bennett fires ahead to Montag. Missed the layup, but the putback won't go either from Owen Harper. It was a contested layup. And Madras able to get force a couple misses there from close range. Owen, Seneca Ball up top with it. Tried to throw it to Michael Poland on the left wing, but it went out of bounds. As Lane Frank and TJ Chavez check in for Henley. Again, this is TJ Chavez's first game back since he was injured against Marist Catholic on December 8th. At 6'4", he is their best replacement height-wise for Marcus McCready. Montag in the right corner. It's Hayes. Hayes looking, throws it up to Lane Frank, who narrowly avoided the backcourt violation as he caught that. Now he gets it over to Bennett on the right wing. Back up top to Montag. Left corner, Lane Frank. And a foul on the floor. It's offensive. Madras will get it back. 2:40 to go in the first quarter. Henley leads 9-4. In the left corner, it was Mather. Now it's Seneca Ball up top. Ball gets a screen, spins from the right elbow, puts it up and in. White Buffaloes cut it to 9-6, 2:22 to go in the first quarter. Coming back with it the other way is Hayes, and the and one drops. Aiden Hayes just came streaking through the left lane. He gets it back to a 5-point lead for Henley with a chance to add to it. Hayes makes the free throw. That's the first and one free throw that Henley's made. So the Hornets take a 12-6 lead. 2:11 to go in the first quarter. Suppa Scott on the right elbow. Kicks it out to Seneca Ball on the left wing, who misses a 3 off the back rim. Rebound comes right to Mather with nobody near him. Now he's got it on the right wing. Kicks it out. They throw it back up top to Seneca Ball. And he is fouled on the drive. And it'll be a foul on the floor. So Seneca Ball will inbound as Javari Mather comes to the bench. He's replaced by Michael Picard as Michael Poland has it on the right wing. Back up top, Seneca Ball on the left elbow, retreats back to the top of the key. They kick it to Poland, and they throw it away to Montag. Montag coming up through the left lane, too strong on the layup, rebound, putback won't go for Luke Bennett, and Madras takes it the other way. Driving is Poland, and it looks like he'll go to the line as he was fouled going through the right lane. A minute 17 to go in the first quarter. Henley up 12-6. And Michael Poland is going to try to cut into that. First free throw, no good, off the back of the rim. Second free throw goes in. So it's 12-7. Henley leads with, well, the clock hasn't started. There it goes. It's a minute 11 to go in the first quarter. Lane Frank in the right corner, takes it in, kicks it to Montag, who puts up a floater in the right lane, and it comes up short. Outlet pass ahead to Seneca Ball. Too strong on the layup attempt. Rebound tap to Luke Bennett. Brings it up the left side. Now he drives. Bennett spinning in the lane. Finger roll won't go, but he gets his own miss. Putback won't go either. Batted up and around. Montag comes down with it. Now Lane Frank with it in the left corner. Bennett up top. 38 seconds to go in the first quarter. Hands it to Aiden Hayes. Takes it in, and he is fouled right on the right elbow. It's on the floor. So the Hornets will inbound on the baseline as Chris Janney and Owen Harper check back in for Henley. And Bryson Montag and Luke Bennett will head to the bench. Aiden Hayes to inbound on the right side of the baseline. Throws it to Harper. Harper tried a behind the back pass. It was poked out of bounds. It looks like it'll be Henley ball. No, it'll be Madras ball. Michael Poland will inbound in the front court with 28.8 seconds on the clock in the first quarter, and Madras trailing 12-7. Seneca Ball near midcourt, guarded by Chris Janney. Throws it over to Smith on the right side. Now Picard. Back to Ball near midcourt. 14 seconds to go. Guarded by Janney. Trying to milk as much time off the clock as he can. Now he gets a screen. Driving left side. Throws it up. Too strong. Rebound and the putback. A foul as Michael Picard tried to put it back. Buzzer sounded. We'll see if they're just going to call it. Well, let's see if they adjust the clock at all. It looks like they won't. Both teams are heading to the bench. So Picard shooting 2 free throws with no time on the clock. He makes the first one. And he makes the second. So that's how we will end the first quarter. Madras cuts it to 12-9 here on the opening day of the Sisters Shootout. Matt Bowling here. You're watching Henley basketball on 104.3 and 960 Sports and listening. You're watching on mybasin.com and listening on 104.3 and 960 Sports. We'll be right back.
Sports was kind of what defined me as a person. I loved to play every sport I could possibly play. The Abbeys was really the family stomping ground for all of our community. Saturday afternoon soccer tournaments, we'd head over to Abbeys afterwards. And then when we got up into middle school, on our way home, we'd stop at Abbeys after basketball games. When I go home, I want to see 2 things when I drive through Winston. I want to see my Abbeys and I want to see my high school. And those are the 2 memories that stick out the most to me.
Welcome back as we get ready to start the second quarter here at Sisters High School. I'm Matt Bowling. Henley up 12-9. Hornets playing without Marcus McCready, 6'7" big man. Madras will have the ball to start the second quarter. Inbounding at midcourt will be Skyda Smith. Poland bringing it across midcourt. Picked up by Aiden Hayes, gets a screen. Drives it on the right side, misses the layup. Rebound contested and pulled in by Aiden Hayes. Hayes kicks it ahead to Janney, who takes what might have been a long two. He misses. Rebound comes to him. He throws it to Harper underneath and one. Well, despite not having Marcus McCready, Henley has had no problem scoring in the paint today. Owen Harper, rather, the latest Hornet to earn a trip to the line. And he makes the free throw. 15-9, Henley leads, 7:33 to go in the second quarter. Up top, Smith. Over to Ball. Deep three from Seneca. Ball misses off the back rim. Rebound pulled down in the paint by Picard. Kicked back to Ball up top. He throws it down low and gets it back. Now in the left corner, a three from Skyda Smith, and that's good. Madras cuts the lead in half. It's 15-12 Henley, 6:58 to go as it's turned over in the lane on the other side. Mather coming back up court with it. Smith in the left corner. It's Seneca. Ball. He dribbles it up to the top of the key. Ball drives in the paint, misses the easy lay-in. Montag sprinting back up the left side, and it's turned over. Pass thrown to the right wing. Now down low is Suppa Scott. He's too strong on the lay-in attempt. And Aiden Hayes brings it up court for Henley. Hayes drives left lane, kicks it back out to Bennett up top. Bennett at the free throw line, hands it to Chris Janney, who pulls up and misses. Rebounded by Matthew Suppa Scott. And the White Buffaloes bring it back up court. They throw it to Picard on the left side of the baseline. And Picard traveled. Pretty hectic sequence here in the opening minutes of the second quarter. Henley still up 15-12, 5:55 on the clock. Aiden Hayes brings it up. He's guarded at midcourt by Picard. Hands it to Bennett at the top of the key. Bennett drives, kicks to Janney in the right corner, who misses the three. Gets his own miss on the baseline. Tried to throw it to Bennett, but it was intercepted by Smith. Smith dribbles his way to the left corner. Throws it back up top to Mather. Hands it to Seneca. Ball. Seneca. Ball up top, guarded by Janney. Ball tried to spin and lost it. Montag the other way. Montag, the contested lay-in won't fall, but Luke Bennett is fouled, grabbing the rebound. .5:16 to go in the second quarter. It remains 15-12 Henley. No shortage of action here, though, as Hayes throws it into Montag, who lays it in, and Luke Hammond immediately calls timeout. We'll take 1-2. Henley up 17-12, 5:13 in the second quarter. I'm Matt Bowling. You're listening to Henley Basketball on 104.3 and 960 Sports and watching on mybasin.com.
Thanks to Les Schwab Tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, deep breaths and watch your speed. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So turn here.
During the Les Schwab Founders Celebration Sale, save up to $150 instantly on select sets of 4 tires. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
Welcome back as we come out of the timeout. Henley with a 17-12 lead over Madras. 5:07 to go in the second quarter. White Buffaloes with it as Suppa Scott drives in on the left lane, or right lane rather, and picks up and gets called for an offensive foul. Ball goes back to Henley as Owen Harper inbounds it to Aiden Hayes, who's picked up full court by Angelo Perez. Harper lost it going up, and it'll go back to Madras. Smith inbounds. Ball brings it across half court, throws it down low. It's lost, and Montag comes away with it. Bryson Montag tries to throw it up to Chris Janney. It was too far, though, and Janney commits a backcourt violation as he received the pass. So Skyda Smith will inbound for Madras at midcourt. As we get a substitution in. Left corner 3 goes in and out for Mither. Rebound, and the putback is good for Matthew Suppa Scott. 17-14, Henley leads, 4:20 to go in the first half. Aiden Hayes near midcourt. Hands it to Bennett at the top of the key. Bennett trying to create space. Throws it to a wide open Hayes, who passes on the 3. Instead, he drives and misses off the glass from the left side. Seneca ball the other way. And that's going to be a blocking foul on Chris Janney. Luke Hammond thought that probably should have been a charge. Madras will inbound from the right side of the baseline. Lane Frank checks in for Janney, who walks off with a bit of a limp after taking that hard fall. On the right wing, it's Poland. Back up top with it is Ball. He retreats to near midcourt, now throws it to Smith, who does a cross-court pass in the left corner. From the left corner, Poland throws it into Suppa Scott, who is fouled on the left block. That evens the foul count this quarter at 2 apiece, as TJ Chavez checks in for Aiden Hayes. Poland inbounds it to Ball. In the left slot, Ball drives through the left lane and is fouled on the shot. So Seneca Ball will head to the line with a chance to cut this to a 1-point game. 3:33 to go in the second quarter. Henley up 17-14. And Ball makes the first free throw. Second free throw is good, so that cuts it to 17-16. It's a 1-point lead for Henley with 3.5 to go in the first half. In the left corner with it is Harper. Kicks it to Bennett up top, who misses a 3, and it's rebounded by Suppa Scott. Seneca Ball driving in from the left wing. And another shooting foul will give Madras a chance to take the lead. This would be the first lead of the game for the White Buffaloes. Ball makes the first free throw. And misses the second one. So we remain tied at 17, 3:06 to go in the second quarter. Luke Bennett on the left wing, throws it to Harper on the left block. Turnaround jumper is good. 19-17, Henley, 2:54 to go in the second quarter. Skyda Smith throws it on the baseline to Mather. Mather lost it, taken away by Frank, but it's kicked to Poland in the right corner, who missed a three. Rebound and the putback won't go for Suppa Scott. But, well, they're going to call a foul on Madras going for the rebound. That's the third foul of the quarter on the White Buffaloes. Henley 2 away from the bonus. Henley has 4, though, so their next foul will put Madras on the line. Luke Bennett at the top of the key, throws it to Lane Frank at the free throw line. In the right corner, Montag. Up top, Luke Bennett. Pass batted away, but comes back to Owen Harper, who drives in the right lane and misses. Ball goes out of bounds. It'll go back to Madras. Michael Poland dribbles it across half court, throws it over to Mather. Suppa Scott at the free throw line. Right wing three, in and out for Javari Mather. Madras gets the rebound, though. Seneca ball on the left wing. Tried to drive, lost it. It came back out to Mather, though. Hands it to Skyda Smith in front of the Henley bench. He sent that one off the leg of TJ Chavez as he was trying to throw it down low. So the ball will stay with Madras, as they call it a kick ball. 1:46 to go in the first half. Henley still up 19-17. On the right wing, Mather dribbles it in to the right elbow. It's coughed up and taken away by Owen Harper. Bennett dribbles it up the left side, throws it to Montag in the left corner. Left wing, Bennett looking for an open man, throws it, and they throw it to Lane Frank in the right corner. Frank dribbles it in, back to Montag. Frank up top, driving, left lane, layup bounces around and out. And TJ Chavez gets fouled on the putback attempt, so he will go to the line. TJ Chavez still with a brace on his right knee. Misses the first free throw off the back of the rim. Substitution for Madras. John Buffalo Ball checks in as Javari Mather heads to the bench. Chavez misses the second free throw, so it stays 19-17. Henley leads, 1:10 to go in the first half. Poland kicks it to Smith, who splashes the right wing three, and the White Buffaloes are on top. First lead of the game for Madras. It's 20-19, 53 seconds to go. Trying to answer with a drive through the right lane was Chavez. He missed it. Poland back the other way, turns it over to Lane Frank in front of the Henley bench. Frank throws it to Montag. Bennett, right wing three, in and out. Rebound, Harper, the putback, rolls out. Miss comes back to Harper. Top of the key three for Bennett won't go. Rebounded by Lane Frank, but he was out of bounds. 24.2 seconds to go. Madras gets the ball back, leading 20-19. Buffalo ball with 20 seconds to go, brings it across half court. He's guarded by Bennett. Throws it to Seneca Ball. Up top near midcourt. Dribbles it onto the left side. 8 seconds to go. Ball at the right elbow. Spins, drives, loses the ball. And with 2 seconds to go, it's out of bounds. It'll be Henley ball. Hornets will have some time. They'll have to be quick about it, though. Bennett throws it to Chavez. Chavez from past half court comes up well short. And that is how we will end the first half. Henley heads to the locker room trailing 20-19 here at Sisters High School. We'll be right back. Give you a little halftime report on the others. I'm Matt Bowling. You're listening to Henley Basketball on 104.3 and 960 Sports and watching on mybasin.com.
During COVID, I gained over 24 pounds. I lost motivation in working out. I lost motivation in eating healthy. And for me, if I'm not active, I just don't eat well. But then I started taking a class at Harbor's gym called High Low. The first week I felt like I didn't fit in and I couldn't do it. But the instructor was so kind and thanked me for coming and told me how well I did. I was like, no, I wasn't, but it made me come back the next week and the next week. And soon enough, I was keeping up with the class. I started introducing more classes and then going Saturdays. I learned how to lift weights accurately with repetition. I started lifting on my own. I started golfing too with my husband. And all of a sudden, I was buying salads instead of sandwiches. Small victories happened week by week, and it's 100% because of Harbor, their staff, their gym, the golf. My husband is getting out of the house and working out with me. His golf game is increasing, we're lifting together, and we feel good. Harbor, where I lost my reins and got my gains.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the stage.
In the pool. On the field. Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah!
Be great.
Participate!
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the stage.
Les Schwab tires. I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, deep breaths and watch your speed. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So it's right here.
During the Les Schwab Founders Celebration Sale, save up to $150 instantly on select sets of 4 tires. Les Schwab tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
So lonely, I just sigh and moan. Seems like I've been waiting forever, wondering if you're coming home. I just saw your face, I know you're coming home. I swear there is no place that feels as good as home. And then I heard your voice, I know you're coming home. I know you're coming home.
This is where unconditional love and immeasurable happiness reside. This is home. Coltwell Banker, where home begins.
And not corporate. At Clown Falls Subaru, we built our business on that simple promise. Well, that and some of the best people you're ever going to meet. Hi, I'm Rob Cedar, General Manager at Clown Falls Subaru. Our 62 employees make it easy for us to live up to our comfortable, not corporate philosophy. Friendly faces, easy answers, straight talk, fairness, and exceptional service. These are the things you expect. These are the things that all of our people deliver. Our management team, sales pros, certified service and body shop techs, lot attendants, and detail experts are all 100% focused on you, local people putting their friends and neighbors first. At Clown Falls Subaru, that's the only way we do business. It's comfortable, not corporate. Our team members also spend hundreds of hours each year supporting local charities and events through the Subaru Love Promise. That's the kind of people they are. We're very proud of them. They're your friends, they're your neighbors, they're glad to know you, and they want you to be glad to know them too. I'm Rob, and this is what makes us comfortable, not corporate.
On the opening day of the Sisters Shootout, Madras trailed for most of the half, but were able to take the lead in the final couple minutes. Henley, if you tuned in late, is playing this game without Marcus McCready, and according to Luke Hammond, will most likely be playing all of their games this weekend without Marcus McCready, as he suffered an injury in practice yesterday. Hornets still have been doing a pretty decent job getting the ball underneath. They have had several and one opportunities. Rebounding, though, has been a challenge, as you might expect with that loss of height. Overall, a pretty even contest, though, between these two teams. Both 4A. Madras out of the Tri-Valley Conference. 3-2 on the season. Henley, meanwhile, of course, out of the Skyline Conference. 6-2 on the season. That's their best record through 8 games since the 2017-18 season. We'll be bringing you all of the Henley boys basketball games here on 104.3 and 960 Sports and MyBasin.com this weekend. Hornets will be facing Junction City tomorrow in a rematch of the OSAA third place game last season. And they will wrap up on Saturday with Sweet Home. Tomorrow's game will be at 7 o'clock, and Saturday's game will be at 2 o'clock. We've got one more break to take. Second half on the other side. I'm Matt Bowling. You're listening to Henley Basketball on 104.3 and 960 Sports and watching on MyBasin.com.
Threads. There are many threads that run through our region. There are churches and schools and Little League teams that bring us together and bind us into communities. There are roads and cars, there are houses and jobs and businesses, all woven together to make the fabric of our communities. There are financial threads that are part of that tapestry as well. For over 80 years, it's been our pleasure to be headquartered here, providing financial services to generations of our friends and neighbors. From that first savings account, to retirement planning, and all of the cars and houses and groceries in between, we keep your money local, investing it back into our communities, adding more threads to the fabric to make our communities stronger. Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union. Find your path.
During COVID, I gained over 24 pounds. I lost motivation in working out. I lost motivation in eating healthy. And for me, if I'm not active, I just don't eat well. But then I started taking a class at Harbor's gym called High Low. The first week I felt like I didn't fit in and I couldn't do it. But the instructor was so kind and thanked me for coming and told me how well I did. I was like, no, I wasn't, but it made me come back the next week and the next week. And soon enough, I was keeping up with the class. I started introducing more classes and then going Saturdays. I learned how to lift weights accurately with repetition. I started lifting on my own. I started golfing too with my husband. And all of a sudden, I was buying salads instead of sandwiches. Small victories happened week by week, and it's 100% because of Harbor, their staff, their gym, the golf. My husband is getting out of the house and working out with me. His golf game is increasing, we're lifting together, and we feel good. Harbor, where I lost my reins and got my gains.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the stage.
In the pool. On the field. Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah!
Be great.
Participate!
Welcome back as we get ready to start the second half. Madras with a 20-19 lead over Henley. And it's going to be the White Buffaloes with possession to start the third quarter. Poland throws it to ball in the left corner. Seneca ball on the left wing, guarded by Chris Janney. In the paint, down low, they lose it, and Bryson Montag scoops it up, gets it to Owen Harper. Hayes, coast to coast, misses. Rebounded by Skyda Smith, and Madras brings it back up court. Smith pulls a three from the left wing, and it drops. 23-19 Buffaloes, White Buffaloes rather, 7:16 to go in the third quarter. Hornets trying to answer. Down low is Harper, and he makes the contested lay-in. 23-21, Madras leads, 7:02 to go in the third quarter. On the right wing, up top, a three for Poland, goes! Back-to-back threes for Madras. It's a 26-21 lead for the White Buffaloes. 6:45 to go as Hayes was fouled trying to answer on the other end. Aiden Hayes, 2 points and 5 assists in Henley's game against Caldera last week, will head to the free throw line. Makes the first one. And gets the second one to drop after bouncing it off the rim. Henley trailing 26-23, 6:40 to go in the third. Mither throws it to Seneca Ball on the left wing, gets it back on the right wing. Gives it to Skyda Smith in the right corner, and he nails a three. Back-to-back threes for Skyda Smith. 3 threes in a row for Madras. Chris Janney's pass is poked out of bounds. It'll stay with Henley as they trail 29-23 with 6:14 to go in the third. Pass intercepted. It's Reed Simmelink, and they throw it out of bounds on the far baseline, so Henley will get it back. Hayes will inbound, and the White Buffaloes will come out in a full court press. Janney brings it across half court, guarded by Poland. He slipped and lost the ball. They throw it ahead to Poland, who drives in, pulls up along the baseline, misses off the backboard, rebounded by Bennett, and he is fouled. Owen Harper will inbound as Javari Mither checks out for Michael Picard. Hayes brings it across half court. Guarded by Picard. Hayes, turnaround jumper in the lane is good. And Luke Hammond takes a timeout. Henley cuts the deficit to 29-25, 5:39 to go in the third quarter. We'll be right back. You're watching Henley basketball on mybasin.com and listening on 104.3 and 960 Sports.
Sports was kind of what defined me as a person. I loved to play every sport I could possibly play. The Abbeys was really the family stomping ground for all of our community. Saturday afternoon soccer tournaments, we'd head over to Abbeys afterwards. And then when we got up into middle school, on our way home, we'd stop at Abbeys after basketball games. When I go home, I want to see two things when I drive through Winston. I want to see my Abbeys and I want to see my high school. And those are the two memories that stick out the most to me.
Welcome back. Coming out of the timeout, Henley trailing 29-25 with 5:39 to go in the third quarter. 3 straight triples from Madras have helped the White Buffaloes get out to this lead, including back-to-back threes from Skytus Smith. Matt Bowling here with you at Sisters High School. It's day 1 of the Sisters Shootout. Henley will play 3 games this weekend. Now Skytus Smith up top. Throws it over to Poland on the left wing. At the free throw line, Seneca Ball drives it and one. And tough take and a good finish there by Seneca Ball, who can give Madras their largest lead of the game. And he does. 32-25, White Buffaloes lead with 5:22 to go in the third quarter. Montag sweeps it out to Luke Bennett, who drives in from the left corner. Oh, up and under there by Luke Bennett. Just throws it up off the glass. It's 32-27, 5 minutes and 5 seconds to go in the third quarter. Seneca Ball on the right wing, guarded by Chris Janney. Looking for help. Instead, it's on the ground, and we've got a tie-up. Well, do we have a tie-up or do we have a timeout? Looks like it's a tie-up, so it'll be Henley ball. Hayden Hayes will inbound to Chris Janney, and the Hornets will try to get it back to a one-possession game. Pass nearly intercepted, but corralled by Hayes. Now he loses it, and Skytus Smith dribbles it back up court. Smith throws it in the left corner, gets it back. A drive by Seneca Ball. He made the shot after the foul. They'll say it's on the floor, though. Michael Poland will inbound it for Madras on the right side of the baseline. Poland in the right corner, guarded tightly by Chavez. Pass almost stolen by Chris Janney, but it's put up by Ball. Rebound and one. Madras has done really well with second chance points so far. They get one there as Seneca Ball will head to the free throw line with a chance to make it an 8-point lead for the White Buffaloes with 4:27 to go in the third quarter. He makes the free throw, so it's 35-27, Henley trailing. Bennett drives, right lane, misses off the front of the rim, gets his own rebound and is fouled. Lane Frank getting set to check in for the Hornets. Foul count now even at 3 apiece for the quarter as Frank replaces Bryson Montag and Matthew Suppa-Scott replaces Reed Simmelink. Frank gets the inbound, throws it to Janney up top. Janney throws it to Bennett on the right wing. Bennett trying to drive and is fouled at the right elbow. Hayes. Ready to inbound from the right side of the baseline, throws it up to Janney at the top of the key. Hayes gets it back on the right wing. Throws a cross-court pass to Lane Frank, who pulls a left corner three and can't connect. Rebounded by Bennett. Handed off to Frank. Now Janney at the left wing, slipped. Pass was corralled by Frank and kicked over to Aiden Hayes, who missed a left wing three. Seneca Ball trying to go coast to coast, misses from point blank range. Rebounded by Chris Janney. Janney trying to drive along the left side, hands it to Aiden Hayes on the left wing. Back up top to Luke Bennett. Bennett, top of the key, hands it to Frank in the right slot. Throw it to Chris Janney at the free throw line. He puts it up, and it goes in and out. Rebounded by Seneca Ball, who gives it to Michael Poland, who brings it up court for Madras. Guarded by Frank. Gives it to Picard at the free throw line. Kicks it out, and another three by Skyda Smith. An 11-point lead for Madras. It's 38-27, 2:55 to go in the third quarter. Trying to answer on the other end was Hayes, but he missed. Loose ball came back to him, and he missed again. Michael Poland from the right elbow throws it to Smith. This time he comes up short on the three. Aiden Hayes brings it back up the left side. Hayes up to Luke Bennett at the top of the key. Bennett trying to drive into the paint. Turnaround shot is good. That gets it back to single digits. 38-29, Henley trailing, 2:17 to go in the third quarter, and Madras takes a timeout. We'll take 1-2. I'm Matt Bling. You're listening to Henley Basketball on 104.3 960 Sports and watching on mybasin.com.
Introducing Smith Bates Marcom Solutions, your trusted partner in marketing and communication. We specialize in crafting compelling campaigns, eye-catching graphics, and impactful branding materials.
Smith Bates is like working with dependable friends. They always help us build our professional image.
Through the innovative strategies that the team at Smith Bates suggested, we've been able to give the brand at Calor the boost that it desperately needed.
Unlock your potential with Smith Bates Marcom Solutions.
Welcome back. Coming out of the timeout, Henley trailing 38-29, 2:17 to go in the third quarter. Madras with possession. It's John Buffalo Ball over to Perez in the left corner. Up top, Seneca Ball. They're throwing it around. Buffalo Ball on the left wing kicks it to Angelo Perez, who misses a three. And a foul is called on the rebound. It'll stay with Henley. And if that is foul number 5, it should put the Hornets on the line. And that is what the referees have realized after initially lining up for the inbound. It's a new rule in Oregon this year. They've done away with the 7 fouls and a half gets you to the bonus. Instead, now it's 5 1/4. So Lane Frank will head to the line, trying to cut further into this Madras lead. They made the first free throw. And made the second. Well, it's 38-30 on the scoreboard. The referees, I think, may have whistled for a lane violation on the first shot. Right wing three, or left wing three rather, is no good from Seneca Ball. But Suppa Scott is fouled on the putback attempt, so he will head to the line. First free throw rattles off the rim. 1:42 to go in the third quarter. And Matthew Suppa-Scott makes the second free throw. 39-30, Madras leads, a minute 40 to go. Bennett brings it up top. They kick it back to Bennett as he ran through the right lane, and he gets the wide open lay-in. Now the other way, answering on the other end is Suppa-Scott. 41-32, Madras leads, a minute 17 to go in the third quarter. Janney up top, throws it to Bennett on the right wing. Down low on the right block is Montag, and he's fouled as he goes up for the shot. Bryson Montag makes the first free throw. Filling in for Marcus McCready in the starting lineup. Misses the second free throw, but gets the rebound. Chris Janney at the top of the key. Hayes driving baseline. Pass went to nobody, and out of bounds. It'll be Henley ball or Madras ball. 58.1 seconds to go in the third quarter. White Buffaloes lead 41-33. Buffalo ball. John Buffalo ball trying to drive along the right side of the baseline. Throws it to Seneca Ball, who is fouled on the left side. Fifth foul of the quarter on Henley. So Seneca Ball will shoot free throws. He makes the first free throw. As John Buffalo Ball checks out. Second free throw misses and is rebounded by Owen Harper. Gets it up to Luke Bennett, who loses it in front of his own bench. Went out of bounds, though. It'll stay with Henley. Hornets trail 42-33, 40.5 seconds to go in the third quarter. Bennett inbounds it to Montag. Bennett gets it back in front of his own bench. 33 seconds to go. Luke Bennett driving through the paint, throws it up, rolls off the front of the rim, out of bounds. Madras ball. Couple more subs in for the White Buffaloes. Skytus Smith back in, along with Isaiah Rubio Moschetti. Michael Poland dribbles it across half court with 20 seconds to go in the third quarter. Guarded by Montag. Gets it over to Seneca Ball. Now Ball with it near midcourt, guarded by Janney. 10 seconds to go. It's Poland. Poland's pass mistimed. Out of bounds at his own bench. Henley will have it back with 7.6 seconds to go in the third quarter. And looks like another sub. Skytus Smith will check out, and Michael Picard will come back in for Madras. Bennett, Janney, 3 seconds to go. In the left corner, Hayes, right corner three, Bennett, no good. And that is how we will end the third quarter. Henley trailing Madras 42-33. We'll be right back. I'm Matt Bowling. You're listening to Henley Basketball on 104.3 and 960 Sports and watching on mybasin.com.
Introducing Smith Bates Marcom Solutions, your trusted partner in marketing and communication. We specialize in crafting compelling campaigns, eye-catching graphics, and impactful branding materials.
Smith Bates is like working with dependable friends. They always help us build our professional image.
Through the innovative strategies that the team at Smith Bates suggested, we've been able to give the brand at Calor the boost that it desperately needed.
Unlock your potential with Smith Bates Marcom Solutions.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
Welcome back as we get ready to start the fourth quarter. It's Madras 42, Henley 33, and the White Buffaloes have the ball. Michael Poland bringing it across half court. Pass tipped by Montag, but it still finds its way to Seneca Ball on the right side. He's guarded by Janney. They throw it to Suppa Scott. On the right block, puts it up and misses. He gets the rebound, but it's blocked by Harper. Here comes Chris Janney. He has it stripped, and Skyda Smith pulls a three from the left wing, and bang, bang. Once again, Skyda Smith, that is, I believe, his fourth three today. Fourth, maybe fifth, and it gives Madras a 45-33 lead with 7:18 to go in the fourth quarter as Henley traveled along the baseline. Michael Poland brings it up court for Madras. Picked up by Bryson Montag. Pass out of the reach of Skyda Smith. He was able to corral it in the left corner, though. Gets it to Seneca Ball on the left wing. Ball on the right block. Gets it to Suppa Scott in the paint. He misses, gets his own miss, and is fouled. So Matthew Suppa Scott will shoot for Madras. First foul of the quarter as the first free throw rattles out. Second free throw goes off the front of the rim. They fight for the rebound underneath. It rolls out of bounds, and the refs say it's Henley ball. Hornets get it back trailing 45-33 with 6:44 remaining. I think the ball went all the way out into the hallway, out the door of the gym. Hayes drives in the right lane, and he gets called for a charge. Michael Poland gets a little celebration from a couple of his teammates after going down to take that charge, and it gives Madras the ball back. Foul count now 2-0 this quarter in favor of the White Buffaloes. Seneca Ball at the top of the key. Jabari Mither on the right wing. In the right corner is Perez whips it over to Suppa Scott on the right block. Suppa Scott powers through Bennett, but misses the lay-in. Owen Harper trying to go coast to coast, and does. Gets it back to a 10-point game, 45-35, 6:07 to go in the fourth quarter. Poland takes it in from the left wing and finishes. Nice answer there by the senior. Montag on the baseline says right back at ya. And Luke Hammond takes a timeout. 47-37, Madras leads with 5:52 to go in the fourth quarter. Matt Bowling, you're listening to Henley Basketball on 104.3 and 960 Sports and watching on mybasin.com.
Introducing Smith Bates Marcom Solutions, your trusted partner in marketing and communication. We specialize in crafting compelling campaigns, eye-catching graphics, and impactful branding materials.
Smith Bates is like working with dependable friends. They always help us build our professional image.
Through the innovative strategies that the team at Smith Bates suggested, we've been able to give the brand at Calor the boost that it desperately needed.
Unlock your potential with Smith Bates Marcom Solutions.
Welcome back as we enter the final 5 minutes and 45 seconds of this game. Henley trailing 47-37. As Michael Poland has his shot blocked by Montag, pulling up from the right short corner. Poland will inbound it now on the right side of the baseline. Gets it to Similink. They go to Seneca Ball on the right wing, guarded by Janney. Ball drives and gets fouled. And that'll be the third foul of the quarter called against Henley. 5:29 to go. Madras 2 fouls away from the bonus. They throw it into the backcourt for Michael Poland, who brings it across, guarded by Lane Frank. Drives by him and finishes the layup in the right lane. 49-37, Madras leads, 5:15 to go in the game. They throw it to Luke Bennett, who misses the turnaround jumper from the left side. They're able to keep it in bounds. Frank dodges a defender and puts up a corner three and nails it. 49-40, Henley trails, 5 minutes to go. We'll see if that was the spark the Hornets need. Seneca Ball at the top of the key. Drives on Chris Janney. He is fouled. No, he traveled. Henley will get it back. Could cut this to a 6-point game. Lane Frank brings it across half court. Gives it to Luke Bennett up top. Bennett to the right slot. Throws it to Janney. He takes a left wing three. It's too long and rebounded by Seneca Ball. Ball over to Mather on the right wing. Mather driving. Baseline. Goes by Montag. Misses the reverse layup. Rebound. Shot attempt swatted by Montag. Goes out of bounds. It'll stay with Madras. 4:20 to go in the game. Henley still down by 9. Michael Poland guarded by Lane Frank. At the top of the key. Drives into the right lane. Throws it out to Perez. Seneca Ball. Near midcourt. Guarded by Janney. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Ball. Hands it to Poland. Poland spinning in the paint. Puts it up. No good. Rebounded by Harper. He lost the ball. But a kicked ball violation. It'll stay with Henley. 3:52 to go in the fourth quarter. Hornets still down 49-40. Chris Janney to Luke Bennett. Throws it to Lane Frank in the left corner. Montag. Pass to Bennett, who missed the three from the right corner. Here's Poland trying to go coast to coast and does. 51-40, Madras leads, 3.5 minutes to go. On the other end, Owen Harper can't answer. Rebound pulled down by Bennett. Bennett and one. Luke Bennett cutting it quickly back to single digits with a chance to put Henley within 8. 3:23 to go in the fourth quarter. Bennett misses the free throw, but it's tapped out of bounds. I'll say it was touched by Montag. It'll go to Madras. Michael Poland bringing it up the left side. Over to Smith. Back to Poland. Skyda Smith on the right side. Throws it in the right corner for Mather. In the left slot, Skyda Smith. Right slide of Smith. Tried to throw it down low for Poland, but it's turned over. Janney throws it to Bennett. Bennett on the right wing. Hands it to Janney, left wing rather. Hands it to Janney. Hayes drives it. Harper rather drives in from the left side and scores. Henley cuts it to 51-44, 2:45 to go, and the Hornets call timeout. I'm Matt Ball on one and watching on mybasin.com.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the stage.
In the pool. On the field. Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah!
Be great.
Participate!
Welcome back. 2:45 to go in this game. Henley trails Madras 51-44. Hornets called that timeout there. So the Buffaloes will have the ball. The White Buffaloes will have the ball. Skyda Smith inbounds it to Michael Poland. Brings it up the left side. Throws it to Smith on the right side. Smith throws it back to him. Throw it to Mither in the left corner. Mither double teamed. And it's Henley ball. Madras coaching staff wants an explanation. And they're going to call a timeout. We'll go ahead and keep it here. As Henley forcing the turnover on the double team in the left corner. 2:29 to go. Hornets trailing 51-44. Big chance for Henley. If they can score on this possession. Game's not over yet, especially with the shot clock. If the Hornets can get some stops, they could very well tie this game back up or retake the lead here in the final 2.5 minutes. Referees conferring. As it looks like it will be. Luke Hammond wants an explanation from the officials on something. Madras is going to inbound. It looks like they did get the timeout off before they turned it over on the double team. So Madras will keep the ball. Luke Hammond thought it should have been Henley ball too. And he is still expressing some displeasure with the officials. So Madras inbounds it to Seneca ball in the backcourt. Big possession here for Henley. They throw it to Mither on the left side. In the left corner, Smith. Back to Poland, just inside the arc. Mither. Ball retreats back to near midcourt. 8 seconds left on the shot clock. Mither drives in, pulls up from the left elbow and misses. Luke Bennett gets the rebound, and here comes Henley. Bennett throws it to Lane Frank on the left wing. Gets it back up to Janney. Janney in the left lane, puts it up and in. And Henley calls a timeout after cutting it to 51-46 with 1:46 to go in the game. We'll keep it here. Luke Hammond still talking to the officials. Now he's sent one of his assistant coaches out to midcourt to confer while he handles the timeout. Five-point game with 1:46 to go. This is still very much within reach for Henley, but can they get the necessary stops? It starts on this possession. Montag, Janney, Bennett, Harper, and Frank are out there for the Hornets. Skytus Smith, Michael Poland, Reed Simmelink, Javari Mather, and Seneca Ball are out there for the White Buffaloes. Now it's Ball on the right side. Ball spinning. Layup won't fall. It's tipped out, and Chris Janney comes down with it. Pass almost goes out of bounds. It's recovered by Lane Frank, who hands it to Bennett on the left wing. They throw it to Harper. Harper drives, puts it up, and he is fouled. A minute 23 on the clock. Owen Harper will go to the free throw line. Harper misses the free throw. Best Henley can do now is to get it to within 4. He misses. It's still a 5-point game, 51-46. Madras leads, a minute 17 to go. Seneca Ball. Over to Skytus Smith. They throw it down low to Simmelink. He's stripped. Luke Bennett comes away with it. Bennett trying to drive. He's called for a charge. Luke Bennett threw a little bit of shoulder in there. And what's happening here? I think a Madras player just got teed up. So Lane Frank will shoot free throws. A minute 2 on the clock. Frank misses the free throw. 3 straight missed free throws for Henley. Benches and officials are still talking to each other as Frank gets set for the second free throw. He misses. So Henley goes 0 for 2 on consecutive trips to the line while trailing by 5. A minute 2 to go. It's a 51-46 lead for Madras. Janney to inbound. Gets it to Frank near midcourt. Hornets maintaining possession after the technical. Montag, Frank in the right corner. Dribbles it in, and he travels. .6 seconds to go. And Henley has squandered several opportunities to get this back to within 1 possession. An immediate foul will send Madras to the line as they have entered the bonus. It'll be Javari Mather to shoot for the White Buffaloes. He misses the free throw. So it will remain a 2-possession game whether he makes this one or not. Mather makes the second free throw. Madras goes up 52-46, 50 seconds to go. Bennett on the right wing. Bennett pump fakes, pulls a 3, misses. Rebounded on the floor. Back to Janney on the left side. Lane Frank pulls a left wing 3. It's in and out. He misses, but Harper gets the rebound on the floor, and he is fouled. 34.7. Shot clock is off. If Henley can make it here, they'll have to foul. 52-46. Lane Frank to inbound on the right side. Throws it up top to Bennett. Gets it back on the right wing, pulls a three and connects. And Luke Hammond uses his last timeout as the Hornets cut it to 52-49, 29.6 seconds to go in this game. Despite all those missed opportunities earlier, Henley still in this game. If they can perhaps get a turnover on the inbound, or at the very least send a poor free throw shooter to the line, they have got a chance. Shot clock is going to be off though, so they will have to be quick about whatever they decide to do out of this timeout. 29.6 seconds remaining. Hornets led for most of the first quarter. Madras has led for all of the way since. It was 20-19 at halftime. White Buffaloes shot the ball really well in the third quarter, got 3 straight threes. They inbound it. Seneca Ball has it, and he traveled. No, double dribbled. Henley's going to get the ball back. Hornets down 3, 26.1 seconds on the clock. Lane Frank inbounds it to Bryson Montag. Chris Janney with it on the right wing. 20 seconds to go. Harper up top. Bennett up top. Pulls a contested three and misses. Rebounded by the White Buffaloes, and the intentional foul with 9 seconds to go. Luke Bennett had to double pump that three with a defender on him. It was a tough shot. So now Seneca Ball will look to effectively put this game away with 9 seconds even remaining. He makes the first free throw, and we'll see if that does it. Luke Hammond calling his team to the bench. He may be checking to see if he has a timeout. And I don't think Henley has another timeout. I think they may have used their last one. Madras thinks there should have been a technical, even though Luke Hammond didn't explicitly call a timeout. So Seneca Ball with one more free throw, and he makes it. 54-49, Madras leads as Lane Frank pulls the left corner three and misses. Rebounded by Suppa Scott, and that will do it. Henley playing without Marcus McCready for the first time this season. Loses 54-49. A game where they had plenty of chances late to get back into it, but just could not convert. We'll take a break, give you a little post-game recap on the other side. I'm Matt Bowling. You're listening to Henley Basketball on 104.3 and 960 Sports and watching on mybasin.com.
Sports was kind of what defined me as a person. I loved to play every sport I could possibly play. The Abbeys was really the family stomping ground for all of our community. Saturday afternoon soccer tournaments, we'd head over to Abbeys afterwards. And then when we got up into middle school, on our way home, we'd stop at Abbeys after basketball games. When I go home, I want to see two things when I drive through Winston. I want to see my Abbeys, and I want to see my high school. And those are the two memories that stick out the most to me.
to Les Schwab Tires. I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, deep breaths and watch your speed. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So turn here.
During the Les Schwab Founders Celebration Sale, save up to $150 instantly on select sets of 4 tires. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
During COVID, I gained over 24 pounds. I lost motivation in working out. I lost motivation in eating healthy. And for me, if I'm not active, I just don't eat well. But then I started taking a class at Harbor's gym called High Low. The first week I felt like I didn't fit in and I couldn't do it, but the instructor was so kind and thanked me for coming and told me how well I did. I was like, no, I wasn't, but it made me come back the next week and the next week. And soon enough, I was keeping up with the class. I started introducing more classes and then going Saturdays. I learned how to lift weights accurately with repetition. I started lifting on my own. I started golfing too with my husband. And all of a sudden, I was buying salads instead of sandwiches. Small victories happened week by week, and it's 100% because of Harbor, their staff, their gym, the golf. My husband is getting out of the house and working out with me. His golf game is increasing, we're lifting together, and we feel good. Harbor, where I lost my reins and got my gains.
At Clownfield Subaru, we built our business on that simple promise. Well, that and some of the best people you're ever going to meet. Hi, I'm Rob Cedar, General Manager at Clownfield Subaru. Our 62 employees make it easy for us to live up to our comfortable, not corporate philosophy. Friendly faces, easy answers, straight talk, fairness, and exceptional service. These are the things you expect. These are the things that all of our people deliver. Our management team, sales pros, certified service and body shop techs, lot attendants, and detail experts are all 100% focused on you. Local people putting their friends and neighbors first. At Clownfield Subaru, that's the only way we do business. It's comfortable, not corporate. Our team members also spend hundreds of hours each year supporting local charities and events through the Subaru Love Promise. That's the kind of people they are. We're very proud of them. They're your friends, they're your neighbors, they're glad to know you, and they want you to be glad to know them too. I'm Rob, and this is what makes us comfortable, not corporate.
4:49 in their first game of the Sisters Shootout. They led Madras for most of the first quarter, but the White Buffaloes were able to take the lead in the final couple minutes of the opening frame and never trailed again. They led 20-19 at halftime, opened up a multi-possession lead in the third quarter thanks to some hot shooting, including a few threes from Skyda Smith. Henley had their chances to get back into it in the fourth quarter, but trailing by 5 in the final minutes, they missed 4 consecutive free throws. Still were able to get it to within 3 thanks to Lane Franks hitting a triple from the right side in front of his own bench inside the final minute. They had a look to tie it after forcing a turnover on the inbounds with just under 30 seconds to go, but missed the shot. It was a pretty tough shot, well contested, and ultimately playing for the first time without Marcus McCready this season. Henley just not able to take advantage of their chances when they had them. Certainly have to wonder how different the outcome might have been with Marcus McCready. The Hornets were still able to get the ball into the paint fairly well. They did get beat for rebounds, though, quite a bit more than they have with McCready over their first several games of the year. No, not a whole lot of time to think about today's result, though, as the Hornets have 2 more games over the next couple days, starting tomorrow with Junction City. That game starts at 7. We'll give you a little preview of that game after we take our last break. Don't go away just yet. I'm Matt Bowling. You're watching Henley Basketball on mybasin.com and listening on 104.3 and 960 Sports.
Wait, all I do is wait. So lonely, I just sigh and moan. Seems like I've been waiting forever, wondering if you're coming home. I just saw your face, I know you're coming home. I swear there is no place that feels as good as home. And then I heard your voice, I know you're coming home. I know you're coming home.
This is where unconditional love and immeasurable happiness reside. This is home. Coltwell Banker, where home begins.
Welcome back. Henley dropping a 54-49 decision to Madras here on day one of the Sisters Shootout. It won't get any easier for the Hornets tomorrow as they face Junction City. It's a rematch of last year's third-place game at the state tournament. Tigers coming in 11-1 after a blowout win over Banks earlier today. I'm going to have to figure out a way to compensate for the lack of Marcus McCready, as the Tigers have some pretty good size on their roster. 2 players listed at 6'4", 4 more listed at 6'3". Makes things a little bit difficult for the Hornets. Will also be a rematch for several players who were on both of the football teams for Henley and Junction City that faced off in the state quarterfinals this season. Henley, of course, won that game en route to their 13-0 season and state championship win. So some familiar faces squaring off in a different sport. We will be there. We will be here bringing you that game on 104.3 and 960 Sports and mybasin.com. Tip-off is scheduled for 7 o'clock tomorrow. It will be the nightcap for day 2 of the Sisters Shootout. For now, wishing you a great rest of your day. I'm Matt Bowling. Madras 54, Henley 49, your final once again here at Sisters High School. You've been listening to Henley Basketball on 104.3 and 960 Sports and watching on mybasin.com.